Hello, good people of the internet. It is time once again for another movie review. I saw Infinite Storm. It was Polish, I guess, in a way. Brought to you in part by the Polish Film Institute, and excuse me, looked like it had a Polish director, and several people on the production team were Polish. It was about a woman who is an experienced mountain climber, and she goes up on the mountain on a specific day, a specific day to her, in lieu of therapy, as she jokes in the movie, and finds a man who is woefully unprepared to be in the mountain in increasingly bad weather. And she rescues him from dying of exposure on the mountain. And, I don't think I want to say too much else about the movie. There's a little bit precluding the man's rescue. There's maybe 20 minutes of film or so after that. The majority of the movie is her in the morning, getting ready, starting the climb up the mountain, and there's just a lot of great shots of her climbing and drone shots of the mountains, and then it gets more and more intense as the storm rolls in. The wind is very pronounced in the theater. You can hear the wind whipping around you. It feels like you're in the storm with her as it gets more and more intense. And I found that all very enjoyable. I thought it was very well done. There's not a lot of dialogue. There's not a lot of action. It's what you might call a slow burn. It's probably not for a lot of American audiences that are used to a lot of action, sort of some character development, and getting right into the story. There's no... It's not a traditional movie in that way of sort of a quick action, cut scenes, getting to the point. It's much more about the build up and how the weather makes the rescue much more difficult. I felt it was really, really good. I thought it was well done in every way. Like I say, there's just not a lot of dialogue. There's maybe 6 people in the whole movie. There's just not a lot of characters. There's not a lot of dialogue. But it's intense. It's sort of on that, like, first time you watched Alive intense, where it's like, whoa, they're eating people. They're obviously not eating people in this movie. But it has this building intensity. And I really enjoyed it. Again, not going to be for all American audiences, but if you are a lover of film, of true film, and not just like a fan of, action movies like Fast and the Furious, if you enjoyed Citizen Kane, you're going to love this movie. If you, liked some of those offbeat movies, if you were an early adapter of Quentin Tarantino, you're gonna like this movie. I'd say it was almost Kubrick-esque, almost like a Stanley Kubrick movie, in that there's a really, really slow mounting tenseness to the film. So yeah, if you're a film buff, I highly recommend Infinite Storm. It's in theaters now. Highly recommend it. I'm going to give it like 13 meatballs out of 18 spicy meatballs. Good movie. I enjoyed it. All right, go support your local theaters and live well and be happy.